Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Simple Talk. Today, we're talking with Emily and Erika from County Baches. Thanks for being here, ladies.
Thank
Thanks for having
you.
us.
Always see like your Instagram pictures, and I'm like, this is awesome. I'm not getting married, but I want to have a bachelor. So how about you tell us a little bit about how you two got started and all about the business and anything that's coming down the pipe that's new?
Yeah. So Emily and I started this last summer. So it's only been about a year and a little bit since we started. We've actually been like very good friends since high school. So we've had our fair share of bachelorette parties that we've
Mhm.
been a part of. And both Emily and I are very like, I'd say we're really creative. So we like to like plan bachelorettes. So we've always done that for our friends. So then I don't know, last summer, I think I texted Emily at one point and I was like, I don't know, I see this like company do something very similar in the States. And I'm like, we haven't seen anyone do that around here. And like thinking about Prince Edward County, it's like a very hot spot for bachelorettes. So Emily and I were like, this is kind of a cool idea. Like, let's do this for the county. So we
Mhm.
started it literally on a whim. Like, I think we talked about it one, and then the same day I was like, because I'm also a graphic designer. So I was like doing logos and I was like, what do you think about this name? Like, do you like this? And then we'd started it, I think within like 24 hours
Yeah.
of talking
The
about it.
next day, we had an Instagram.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
kind of like that's the way I am. I come up with these ridiculous ideas, and my team's like, "No, Jenny, not today."
Honestly, what's the worst that could happen? Like let's just try it and
Yeah.
see if like people see if it catches. Like,
Yeah.
and then so last summer we booked, I think and we started in the middle of summer, so like that's
Mhm.
mid
Yeah.
prime time for bachelorette parties. So we started like in the middle of the summer, and I think before the end of fall, we had booked 4 or 5 bachelorettes, and we had just started. We had no
Mhm.
idea what we were doing. We just started it, but
Yeah. Just went for it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome. So, to date, you've done probably a lot more than 4.
yes. This
Yeah.
summer has been extremely busy. It's starting to slow down a little bit now that it's fall, but we already have people asking about quotes for next summer. So, yeah, it's very exciting.
Mhm.
So, my graphic designer, she's also the same. She plans like all her friends like wedding showers and baby showers. So I
Yeah.
totally like see where you guys are going with this. So did you have any struggles during it? Was there something that you were like, maybe we shouldn't do this?
I mean, honestly, not really. We just kind of like we were just winging it.
We get really overwhelmed in the moment, and we're
Yeah, I
usually
think
like, oh my God, like we have to get this done. But once it's over and it's just like a whirlwind, and then we're leaving the bachelorette and we're like, oh my God,
yeah,
like
if we can like take a breath
we need to take a
again.
breath. We need
Because
to
it
go.
is really, I guess,
Yeah.
like for the listeners who maybe don't like know what we actually do, I guess maybe to like take a step back. Um, so Emily and I basically like people will reach out to us who are having a bachelorette party in the county. It's usually like the maid of honor or the sister of the bride, like someone like that who's like maybe coming from further away, and they're just looking for help to like basically prepare for the bachelorette party. So they'll have like a theme in mind, and then Emily and I basically run with it, and we basically like create custom decor, like personalized for the bride.
Mhm.
We'll purchase all of the decor. We go to the Airbnb before they get to the county and like set everything up for them so that it's ready to go. Basically, they just have to show up and party. So,
Mhm.
um,
That sounds awesome.
yeah. Which is honestly ideal for
Yeah.
people. Like a lot of times, like wedding planning, especially, can be very stressful. And I think the bachelorette party is like the one moment where the bride just wants to be like hands
Mhm.
off. Like, I don't want to have to worry about anything. And especially if you're coming from far away, like,
And you
you
don't know
want to
the
have
area.
that stuff done so you don't have to bring
Mhm.
it all with you, set it up before the bride gets there, and all that. So,
Yeah, that was kind of one of the things that we always found was a bit more frustrating was when we were doing our own bachelorettes or for our friends. Like we'd have to have two separate cars, or someone's going in early, or someone has to do something until someone else comes. And this way you just kind of come in, you show up, and everybody gets to have the kind of ease of mind that everything's done, and they just get to enjoy their weekend rather than having to prep and plan so much more.
Yeah.
It's just making it a lot easier.
So
Yeah.
everybody gets to enjoy themselves.
Exactly. And a lot of times it's a surprise for the bride, which is super fun. So we get to like Emily said, it's a bit stressful in the moment. I think that was one of the things we learned when we did our first one is we were like very overwhelmed. We're like, oh, now we have to do this. We have to do this. And like, after some time, like after doing a bunch of them, it's like, we kind of know exactly what we're getting into. We have our marching orders. I think Emily and I both like take on the same tasks every time. So we just know what to do. But yeah, it's super fun. And we love hearing the reactions of the brides when they show up and everything's like decked out for them. It's super fun.
And we love just
awesome.
County too. Like it's one of our favorite spots to go and hang out. And so it's just really fun when we get to be out there and showing everybody else around and giving recommendations for our favorite like stores or restaurants and wineries and places to go.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to go to
town? Like since we've started this, like we've met so many amazing people in the county. Like it's such a community and everyone is like so supportive. Like when we first started, we were like, oh my gosh, our Airbnb is even going to let us come in before to like set up. And like we've had Airbnbs let us come in when they're still cleaning and they're like just welcoming us with open arms. And we're like, I'm sorry, we don't want to step on any toes, but no, everyone has been so great. And like, we've met some like incredible people, like small business owners and women, especially in small business that are just like so welcoming.
Yeah.
Awesome. So any plans to, branch out into other kind of parties?
Well, so we actually we've done birthdays before, so like it is definitely something that we're like open to and so we've definitely branched out a little bit. I think bachelorettes are definitely like the sweet spot, but we're totally open with other types of parties.
And we've done some like bridal showers or engagement parties and things like that, still around kind of the wedding themes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I just love your guys' Instagram feed because it looks like
Thank you.
So if anybody wants to get a hold of the ladies, can you let us know where they can reach you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find us at County Baches on Instagram or countybaches.com.
Awesome. It's been lovely. Thanks so much for joining me today, ladies.
Thank you so much. This was fun.